Hi, good day everyone. My name is Rola Tinta and I will discuss or to report this lesson 25 gender and labor. First, this lesson objectives. This module discuss the relation of gender equality and labor. This also covers the policies on gender equalities in the labor market. Further, this module is tackle the status of gender equality in the various sector of the labor market. At the end of this module, you should able to understand the fully relationship of gender equality and labor. Determine the status of the gender equality and various sector of the labor and market and comprehend silent policy on gender in the labor market. So this definition of terms. So this the labor. Labor is activities pertaining to developing goods and delivering services for economic reasons. Workforce, a sector in the population engaged in economic productive activities. So first, the reduction is women face different constraint from men in the labor market. This is the recognized in Republic Act 9710 known at the Magna Carta of Women in tackled in 2009. So as you know that mga babae is naka-face sila og mga many of discrimination past many years and after that sa pag-release sa Acts 9710 of Magna Carta of Women is napagdiktahan na sila sa law. Muna siya ang Republic Act 9710. 9710. So, next is the Philippines Commission on Women PCW is indicate that Magna Carta of Women will level the playing field by making productive resources and economic opportunity to equal available both men and women. So, pas the Philippine Commission woman the PCW is ilang gilevel ang na ang gi-equal nila ang sa pag economic opportunities dili lang sa mga lalaki kundi sa mga babae nga naa ang equality. So next is the agriculture. So employment sector. So women farmers did have unequal opportunities to acquire land or register in their own names. They have favor to inheritance rights than male farmer. Land ownership is important not only the woman ability to earn their income but also as a source of empowerment and the autonomy with the household. Their lack of land and also affected their ability to gain to access to credit facilities. So fast forward is the acquire ang wala sila ay to equal to acquire the land for the women. So bawal sila mo kanang mo-own sa land or kanang mutag-iya sa land. Ang mga babae dili sila makapag iya or maka-own sa mga land. Ang makapag-own lang ani which is mga lalaki kay naa sila kakayahan to farm dili po sa farm lang daghan pa which is unfair uh, mao nang in nga nanay batas uh, nga to accure or to mao nang to protect uh, the woman for from discrimination. Mo nang sa agriculture bawal mo o ng woman o mga land ang also pod sa mga daghan pa mga butang which is nga uh, kuan siya kanang na siya discrimination. So next the industry and manufacturing. The number of the women working in the economic zones is estimated to represent 64% of the total employment and may be much higher in the some industries such as electronics and appeal. World Bank 2011 one share the employment in the export processing zone in the much greater than women's share of the labor force as a whole, and the condition of the employment are of concern. So the report suggests that the working and living condition are poor, that women find it difficult to obtain work while pregnant and after birth, the baby, and the unicization is uncommon. So, ang number sa mga woman is naka-estimate na siya 2 into the 64% of total of employment. Ang woman daw kay mas dako pa sila ma-contribute sa production of good services. Based on the report, nagkaanam-anam o gagamay ang kababaihan og nagkalisod sila sa mga obtain o mga worth, which is the example is nakalisod sila sa work while pregnant. So grabe kayo ang discrimination nga na nahitabo sa woman. Next, tourism. It appears that tourism planning has not included the woman or has had influence regard for gender issues. Within the tourism industry, relatively few women have educational qualification for or foreign language skill to compete for front of house position in the hotel industry as a tour guide or in the travel agencies, and the women are more likely to be employed housekeeper to waitress or similar low level position. So which is nga na ay mga kakayahan nga mga woman to na sila skill to confront for foreign language. So there is tourism is na sila industry have gender issues dili daw ang na sila mabagay nga na sila skills to foreign language or the tour guides, and mostly is ang mga woman is sila sa mga housekeepers, waitress, and similar level position, which is nga gamay ra kaayo ang nakapag tour guide or kanang nakasud sa foreign or tourism. It because ang ilang qualification is not enough. So ang mga woman is nara sila sa mga gamay nga low level position. So the next is business processing outsourcing. Though the Philippines Information Technology business process outsourcing roadmap 2011-2016 is not gender responsive and does not address women constrained in the accessing higher paid or in non-voice. So services or likely growth, information technology and engineering. So these matter as well to pay different between men and women employee condition require to a specific government attention. So based sa processing sa outsourcing is dili ni siya about sa kasarian nga naga-base kung sa work pa lang dapat nila kung unsa ka o unsa imong gender, babae man ka o lalaki, hatagan nila attention kung unsa ang naa nimo og ang kaya nimo buhaton. So this business processing is they paid the higher kuan depend kuan the low cost to woman mo na siya ilang gi constrain in accessing nga padak-an ang kuan bayad sa ila. So this is the business processing outsourcing. So next, government services. The public sector employment is important sourcing of job which better pay and condition for women than many others in industrial sector. But women are constrained by being predominantly employment in traditional gender stereotype care sector or government occupations such as health and education, and they are represented in the higher paying subsector. So the Philippines is strong gender mainstreaming program which is given women greater access to government employ to generally, but women is the civil sector I may be unpaid given their level of education, experience, and ability. So, ay. So, is importante dire is makatrabaho ang kung kita ang woman is to opportunity makatrabaho sila sa government service it because ang sweldo nila is good kayo or kanang good or walay discrimination for kung sa government magtrabaho walay kulang-kulang pagsweldo ingana but kung mo kuanta sa civil another civil sector kung mo but woman in the civil sector is dito sila manarbaho or ingana mga tawag ganin kanang mga lahi nga mga kumpanya ingana dili government is mahitabo nga discrimination mo. So na siya unpaid nga dili siya makabayad sa mga employment or labaw na sa mga woman. So this is the advantages sa government services is na sila ay murag pantay-pantay. So the opportunity nga makatrabaho ang mga woman or mga kababaihan or dili lang po sa kababaihan kundi sa kalalakihan is na advantages kung sa government magtrabaho kay na siya equality. So next, entrepreneurship. So there has been a rapid surge in the number of and proportion of female entrepreneurship in developing countries Meninity and now the 2010 to 80. The studies indicate the female lead MSMEs so increase employments and opportunity for women and contribute to wider development goals. One surveys indicate that women entrepreneurs are more likely than men to be motivated by necessity. These are livelihood orientation entrepreneurs attempting to escape unemployment. So, Vietnam Women Entrepreneurs Council 2007. So, ang entrepreneur kay nagstudy ni siya about sa opportunities sa mga kababayan kung saan nila pag-lead then based sa survey mas dako pang opportunities ang mga kababaihan kaysa mga lalaki kaya mga babae one good is nakafocus sila kung unsa ang ilang pagabuhaton or goal to oriented. So this is the entrepreneurship. So this is all my report and thank you for listening and goodbye. Next reporter Jimar Montera. Thank you.
Silent politics of gender equality in the labor market. The Philippines has ratified 34 ILO Convention and is party to all of the fundamental United Nations Human Rights Covenants and Convention. The 1987 Constitution has enshrined this right in Section 3, Article 13 Bill of Rights, and in Section 14, Article 2, which ensures fundamental equality of women and men before the law. Article 3, Chapter of the Labor Code, as well as Republic Act 6725 and 7192 and 7899 and 8551 all provide the for fundamental human right protection, including undiscrimination provisions, and they ensure fundamental equality, prohibition of sexual harassment, and temporary special measure. The Philippines Sexual Harassment Act number 7877 of 8 February 1985 in an example of good legislative practice. The Magna Carta of Women Republic Act 9710 is an overall legislative framework that articles the specific right, needs, and support required by women in the general and working lives. Although the Magna Carta of Women provides a good legislative framework, implementation issues remain. Filipino women uh, often do not know about the right, and the compliance system is confusing even if they do. In 2012, the Philippines became the first country in Asia to ratify the ILO Domestic Worker Convention 2011 number 189. In early 2013, President Aquino also signed a new law, Republic Act 10361, known as a Batas Kasambahay Domestic Workers Act, in order to better protect this large group of mostly young female worker. Gender Gender equality and labor market are very important. Principles are related to one another. Gender equality is not properly implemented in the labor market, as women still are treated with the disfavor of discrimination. Policies are in place that address gender inequality, but still this issue persists and prevails even up to present. Thank you.